need to apologize to the people who watch my YouTube videos because I was wrong.
I thought you were going to say I need to apologize to you.
I need to apologize because I said that it was the fault of the people who didn't vote or voted third party that Donald Trump won the election. But in the last few days, I've come to realize that the election was completely rigged. Donald Trump did not win, and I'm not just talking about the fact that he didn't win the popular vote. He actually didn't win. He actually stole the election. And I'd like to explain to you how I've come to this conclusion and how it happened. First of all, look at this picture, which I've shown in previous videos, of the close friends, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, looking at each other in a friendly way. There it is, the infamous picture. In fact, they're looking at each other in more than a friendly way. They almost look like infatuated with each other, don't they? Yeah, they really do look infatuated with each other. As I said before, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump had a secret background deal. And Hillary believed that the deal was for her to win the election, not for Donald Trump, the devil, to win the election. Yes, it's the kitty. For the whole election, especially near the end of it, Donald Trump was telling all of his supporters that the election was rigged and Hillary Clinton was going to steal it. And they believed him, and some of his followers were even preparing a violent revolution if Hillary won or stole the election. But if it's possible for Hillary to steal the election, it's just as possible for Donald to do so. If he knows the system is rigged, then he probably knows who's rigging it, and he could probably bribe them, or the people who are really in control could bribe them to rig it for him to win, rather than for her to win. So if you believed him when he said the election is rigged, it should be pretty obvious by this point that he was right. It was rigged. It was just rigged differently than he said. I think Donald Trump was actually surprised himself when he won. I think he had a secret background deal to help Hillary win by making himself look bad in order to make her look good. And when he won, it didn't mean that he went back on the deal with her. It meant that the powers that be, the secret hidden hand really in control, decided that they could control him more easily than they could control her. So they selected him to his and her dismay, which is why he was shocked when he won the presidency and she was up all night crying. She wasn't upset that she lost, per se. She was upset that she lost when she was promised that she would win. So on election night, when Donald Trump won, he was very surprised that he won, according to this article. In this article on the New York Times, it says, they say that Mr. Trump, who was shocked when he won the election, might spend most of the week in Washington, much like members of Congress, and return to Trump Tower or several other places on the weekends. He was very surprised that he won, as were the American people. Let's look at this video that I watched a few days ago that shows both parties on the night of the election.
The general mood inside the Jacob Javits Center right now is one of anxiety and excitement. Everyone feels it, that tonight might be a very historic night for Hillary Clinton.
We're about 5 hours into Trump's election night party in Midtown Manhattan. People didn't come into this party expecting a lot. This room is a lot smaller than Hillary Clinton's room. The crowd's a lot smaller than Hillary Clinton's crowd. But as the hours have gone on and the results have started to come in, there's been a real change in atmosphere here, a real sense that maybe something could happen.
So we're talking about Oakland County. This is Hillary Clinton.
I think we've seen enough of this. And you can see my point from what you've seen already. As you can see, Hillary Clinton's party is full of a bunch of normal, average Americans from all races and all classes who support her. Whereas Donald Trump's party is much smaller, and it seems to be populated by only wealthy, white business types. When he comes out on the stage to accept the presidency, he looks a little bit like a deer in headlights, as you can see from this video clip.
And the state privilege to introduce to you the President-elect of the United States.
There he is, looking like a deer in headlights.
I just received a call from Secretary Clinton.
And a few days later, when he tours the White House, the shock is even more apparent. Check out the pictures. These are pictures of Donald Trump's tour of the White House. There's him meeting with Obama. Check out that face. But as you can see from the very same pictures, although Donald Trump looks shocked and unhappy to be president, all of his aides look delighted. Now I'm going to scroll down. Look at that guy. This guy right here. Doesn't he just look happier than he's ever been in his entire life? While Donald Trump looks distressed, his wife looks happy. He looks distressed. But this guy is overjoyed. There he is again. He looks like he can barely contain his joy. And there's another one, looking giddy, while Trump looks... I don't even know how to describe that look. Yeah, they look really happy. Really happy. And Trump really has the deer in headlights look in this picture. I think my point's been made. See that? Didn't they just look elated? And while Donald Trump is talking about possibly not even moving into the White House and continuing to live in the Trump Tower, he's already picking the people who are going to really run the country. And they're racists who hate Jews and Muslims and blacks. They just about hate everybody except for neo-Nazi white people like themselves. So if you voted for Donald Trump and you didn't think that he was racist, first of all, you should watch this video, which I made, which explains why he is. And second of all, I hope you're regretting your decision now. Because even though Donald Trump did not win the election fair and square, even though he completely stole it, and it's completely obvious, nobody in their right mind should have ever voted for him. So if you did, you probably did something wrong. Anyway, please like this video, share this video, and watch my other videos on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.